Morning, here we are in Corbie. Absolutely beautiful day. Stunning view. That's the Somme Valley that you're looking at. There's Amiens, city of Amiens just over there. And we're perched on the side of a hill in one of the larger cemeteries. In here, there's something like 2,100 Commonwealth soldiers been buried. As you can see, it goes over the brow of the hill, so you're only seeing a small part of the cemetery, and you can go up that tower at the top there, and the view from there is absolutely stunning, and I swear you can see the sea from there. I've been here before about 2 or 3 years ago, and we're back here today. There's Tina waiting in the wings in the shade because it is quite warm, isn't it, Tina? This is our last day here because we're not
hot.
some people, are we, really? And
No.
it is getting really warm. Nevertheless, we're here to do a reading, and it is a stunning place, isn't it, Tina?
Absolutely.
You can see that there's
Stunning.
been no expense spared. And what's interesting about this building, I think it was put up before the Second World War, and not so much here, but there was loads of shrapnel and bullet holes in the masonry, and when we find some, I'll point it out to you. And there's been a lot of repairs carried out. We think that was during the Second World War that took place. But anyway, here we are. It's nice and cool in here, isn't it, babe? I'll spend a couple of hours here, have a little nap. It'd be quite nice.
Yeah, it is a cool.
Yeah.
A lovely place to be. Very peaceful place.
Yes, it is. And this is the first cemetery we've been, it has to be said, that we've been to about 15, and that there's other people here. Every time we've been to one of the military cemeteries, we've been there on our own, haven't we?
This is a large one, though, isn't it?
This is a large one, and having said that, there's still only about 2 or 3 people here, apart from us.
Okay, so shall we just move it on a bit, Alan?
Okay, carry on then.
Okay, so I did actually, when I was walking down, I heard someone say Robert.
Okay.
And I looked behind me. Can you remember when I looked behind me when we walked down?
Yeah.
So I said, I'm going down here, so, come down here. And expanded my energy while you were talking down, and I brought in a young lad, and his name is Robert Haynes. I already talked to him. He's 20 years old. And in the vision I see him, he's got dark hair. He's got a dark, it's shredded clothes,
Oh, right.
So unknown. He said he come from a place called Catterick.
Yep.
Where is Catterick?
It's a military place, but I can't bring it to mind, Tina, where it actually is. But I've heard of it. But I'm pretty sure it's military.
Yeah, Catterick. So that's probably where he got trained and everything.
Yes.
He might not have been born there, but
no.
I'm going to tune. I've tuned into his energy. I've done it all to save, the date on the phone. Okay, so you can come forward and talk to us now, please, Robert. Thank you for joining us in this time and space. We're not here to harm you in any way. We're here to help if we can. If you want releasing from this space, we can help with that. Okay, so his clothes are like shredded. Okay, so I would imagine that he was, I hate saying this, but it's the truth, completely.
Oh, right.
Okay, so
yeah.
Hence, unknown soldier.
Yes, okay, yes.
So, would you like to tell us about your life? You was born in London.
Yep.
Come from London. What part of London did you come from? He's saying Gatwick, but Gatwick weren't there then, was it? Or was it a village or something?
It could have been a village, Tina, yes.
He's saying Gatwick area of Gatwick.
Yeah, okay.
Which is unusual, isn't it? It's really outside London, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But it is like a suburb now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to his story. What I was reading. So yeah, you come from around that area, okay. And what did you do? I worked on the land.
Was he a farmer, was he?
He was a farm hand.
Did he enjoy that work?
Yes, he did enjoy it because he knew.
And how old was he?
When you started work, you mean?
Well, when he died, what age?
He was 20.
Okay, he's very young then. Yeah. And he enjoyed his work. And was it his dad's farm, or was he just...
No, he was a farm hand. Because where he lived was quite quite farmish area.
Yes,
Okay.
rural.
Rural in that time.
Yeah.
Probably not now, but in
Yeah.
that time it was. And yeah, so his mother had passed away early, so he lived with his dad.
Okay.
Okay, what's your dad's name?
Siblings?
His dad's name was Fred. Do you have any siblings? Joycey was my sister. Any brothers? Paul.
And did Paul go to the war?
No, he was a lot older than me because my mum
Okay.
had me late.
And
Okay.
what did Dad do?
He drank a lot.
Okay.
Bless. Okay, what did he do before that? What did he do? He sort of didn't do much. He was bringing up the kids.
Okay.
He took on anything he could. So any bit of farm work or labouring to bring in money to bring up the children after his wife died.
Yeah.
What was your mother's name? Fiona.
And what was the name of the farm he worked at?
Cottage Farm.
Cottage Farm, and that was in near Gatwick.
Around Gatwick.
Around Gatwick area. Okay, so okay. And what made him join up then?
I wanted to be a hero.
Okay.
That sounded so good and exciting.
What year was it that he actually joined up?
16.
So very early on.
Well,
Early
halfway.
on. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why did he mention Catterick?
I don't know. I said, where'd you come
Can you
from?
ask
He said,
him?
Catterick.
Yeah.
Maybe it's where he came from. He was trained and came over here. I don't know what Catterick is. Never
Why,
heard of
why
it.
are you asking, Tina?
That's what you meant. Okay, so that's where he came straight from, Catterick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that was where he was trained.
Yeah. So he came from Catterick. So I said, where'd you come from? He didn't, his answer was Catterick. So he won't realise I meant, where'd you come from?
I see. Okay.
So we know, we
It's
established where we come from.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. And so he wanted to be a hero
Yes.
and saw this as a way of doing it.
Yes. He wanted
And
something different with his life.
did he enjoy his training?
Yes, he was all up for it. Most of them do say that, don't
They
they?
do.
Most of them say that, yeah. It was all up for it. Otherwise, they would have probably been taken out if they didn't, get
Well,
on
I
with
don't
it.
know, Tina. Everybody who, you had to be.
Yeah, so yeah, he enjoyed it. He loved his uniform. He was very excited. He was only a private, but it don't matter.
No.
Or a gunner, whatever his equivalent is.
And what port did he go enter when he came to France? Which port did he disembark on?
Calais.
Calais. Okay. So what was his impressions then of France and what was going on?
Well, first got out, he thought, wow, how green and beautiful is this land?
Yeah.
England was like that as well, but they weren't
Yes.
so expansive,
Yeah.
You couldn't see
It is massive, isn't
it's
it here?
expansive,
Yeah.
And and he just on a train, they all got on a train
Yeah.
to get there. And
What was his first roles when he rolled up?
right, so you go for another you go for another training.
Okay,
Okay,
right. So
yeah.
training's
You go for another
ongoing.
training,
You
yeah.
weren't just
So-
sent straight to the
No,
front
no,
line.
you're in the background behind the lines.
Right.
Okay. And you had another sort of training, because this is trench warfare.
Yes. Yeah.
So they want to tell you what to do. Don't put your head above the trench and
Yes.
all the things like that, and give them a bit more
Yeah.
training.
Yeah.
And acclimatise to the heat because it's quite hot.
Yeah.
And then they would be fed and given their uniforms.
Okay.
Okay, so the trench uniforms.
Right.
Because they had the uniforms, obviously, but they were given extra stuff. And they pretty were all told, yeah, you're brave lads, you're going to do this, we're going to win this war, but really buoyed up.
Right.
Okay, by the sergeant majors and the hierarchy would come in and have a word with him while they're all lined up.
Yes.
So this is how we went through it. But
Yeah.
I want to be careful not to put this reading out too long.
No, carry on.
And that's what happened basically.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so within days he's in the trenches.
Okay.
Okay. What happened? How did you pass, darling? Yeah, he's running forward, like they all were,
Yeah.
running forward like that. shell hit him. Yeah.
Right. He didn't know what happened.
Yeah, he's there now. So yeah, that was.
It was
Yeah.
over instantly, is
Yeah.
what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about the noise in the background. Someone's cutting glass. Yeah, it was over instantly. It was an instant.
And has he been able to contact anybody else, Tina, that since then? Have any other clairvoyants come through?
Was a man. I mean, a man
Okay.
in the 50s
Wow.
came over.
Yeah.
And he did see him, this man in the 50s.
Right.
He did contact him, but he was a psychic like me.
Yeah.
But he probably thought he didn't have the ability to let him over. So.
Right. Okay. So he did make contact with somebody.
Well, yeah, the psychic.
Yeah.
Made contact with him
Yes.
and the spirit. Okay, but didn't delve deeper, and no, he had the power to release.
Right.
Okay, which we all do have.
Yeah.
So that was this chance, if you like.
Yes.
But here we are today.
Yeah.
And I'm here.
And is he aware it's 2023? That's the year we're in now.
No. He weren't aware that was 1950, but I saw it in my mind's
eye. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. And is he aware
that's moment by moment
that he won? That the British Empire won against the Germans in that war?
I'm telling him. Okay.
Tina.
Really?
Is he aware? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. And the war that ended all wars didn't, and we had another world war 20 years later.
Yes, we did. Yes, but we won that one too.
And we won that one too. Yeah. And since then, it's been relatively peaceful.
Okay, so I think we can just take him over. To be honest, Michael, he's very happy at the war's won.
Did he have a girlfriend?
Betty. Yes, he did.
Was that intended?
Yes, the energy's going to go.
And what has held him here in this plane?
That no one knew who he was.
Because he was the unknown, and it has to be said there's 600 headstones for the unknown soldier in this graveyard, which is a hell of a lot.
Because he was unknown.
Yeah. Would you like to go home?
You're joking, mate. Yes, of course. Yes, he would. We're getting a bit of interference, so the energy drops a bit. Yes, of course he would. Yes, he does. Just want to go home.
Do you want to go around and perhaps let him go out there, Tina, or are you happy
I think
here?
there's a beautiful place up there, to be honest, on top of that.
Okay, yeah. Well, I shan't shine the camera over there because there's a couple over there. So
yeah, so
I'll just do you, Tina.
Yes, there's a portal on top of the other pagoda, which is over there, these beautiful concrete buildings.
Yeah.
So I'm going to open them up with a portal there. Yeah. Yes, his dad, it's his mum first because she died.
Yes.
His mum's come through, Fiona, and his dad, Fred. In the lighting. Okay. He's got all his best clothes on there.
Yeah.
Dark suit.
Okay.
That's what he wore when he went to Catterick. He had a dark black suit on with a.
Right.
And that's all because when I first saw some shredded clothes.
Yes.
And they were flat, not uniform.
Okay.
So he's come back.
Yeah.
Back to that.
Yeah.
And he's gone to beautiful merry old England.
Yes.
How it was then.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and was his girlfriend waiting for him?
Yes, she was there. Yes. And they're all happy. He's got a few mates there from the war as well. I love that when that happens.
Yeah.
Because they obviously didn't have reason to say whatever. Okay, off we go down. It's a beautiful summer's day in lovely sea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is beautiful, but so is that. Okay. Thank you, darling. Thank you. a bare bottom in his hand. He's gone now. He did literally. He was like this.
Yeah.
Cider.
Wow.
Cider or something.
Well, that was interesting that he did meet somebody in the 1950s, and yeah, here we are. And you've been able to let them through. You did well there, Tina, because there was
Yes,
about
there's a
5
lot
or
of
6
that was
people.
pulling the energy down.
Yeah,
So
you
I
said,
managed
oh,
to do it
the
very
energy
quick.
was fading,
Yeah.
but you managed to get them through there. I didn't think you were going to be able to do it, but well done. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Okay.
nice young lad.
So please subscribe,
Yep.
like, share, comment. We'll be very grateful. We'll get back to you when we get back in England,
Yes.
and which is tonight.
Yeah. Well, we're going to do a couple. See if we can do a couple of more here, so we can find a quieter spot. Pretty sure we're gonna. There's a lot of spiritual activity here, there.
Yeah.
Among
Yeah.
people, and this is actually based on a battlefield. This cemetery,
Yes.
there was actual fighting here, right in the throes. This is not a cemetery. It's just stuck out in the middle of nowhere. It was in this battle, and again, it's the edge of as far as the Germans managed to come. As far as south. Well, they actually made it down not that far from Paris, but where we are in this area, this is about as far south as they came.
Okay.
So I will leave it at that one
Yes.
then.
Okay.
Thanks
Au
for
revoir.
tuning in. Au revoir.
Until
We'll catch you
see you
guys
again.
later.
Bye.
Bye.